So the first thing you need to do when you're getting ready to go on a boat is put your buoyancy aid on. Here you'll see Simon's holding his buoyancy aid. It's a Helly Hansen. You put one arm through each hole with the zip fastener at the front and you do it up. You'll also find there's a little belt that you can do up. If it's not quite big enough or it feels a bit loose, you can use the belt to adjust it to make it tight. Because the trick is, with the buoyancy aid, when you lift it up, it mustn't come over your shoulders, and by making it tight at the waist, that stops it moving up. The other thing to know about the buoyancy aid is if you did have the misfortune of falling in the water, which we hope you won't, when you arrive in the water, you really need to make sure that you make a star shape as you get used to the shock. So Simon, can you just make a star shape and lie out in the water? The question we often get asked is how do you moor the boat up? So here's Nate, and he's putting the rope round in a figure 8 around the mooring pole, and then you'll see he makes a little loop and the rope goes underneath the loop, and then he attaches it on to the little mooring cleat and pulls it tight, and that will hold your boat. Absolutely no problem at all. It is actually possible once you're inside the boat to reach across, get to the mooring cleat and undo the rope. And from the comfort of your boat, you can safely undo the rope and then take the whole rope inside the boat. And remember, the rope needs to stay inside the boat through the whole journey. You just take the rope inside the boat, Nate, to show the viewers what we mean. The whole rope, even the end, don't let it dangle, and it stays inside. That way you should have, stay there Nate, a safe day.
Right, this is one of our electric day boats. They've got a key. Put the key in and you turn it on. It's just an on-off switch, it's not an ignition switch like a car. You often hear a little click when it's ready to go, and then it's just forward and reverse. It's variable speed, so you can make these run very slowly all the way up to full speed. Steering's just like a car, which makes it nice and easy to drive. One thing about a boat, because they're floating, they don't steer like a car. They feel like they pivot roughly round the middle. So when the front goes that way, the back kicks out. And the same when you turn this way, the back goes in the opposite direction. Worth bearing in mind when you're turning around that you do it slowly, make sure you've got plenty of room around you, and just have a safe day on the river. And all the boats have a battery disconnect switch. On this one, it's down here and down here.
If you're not sure what's going on and the wind picks up and the boat seems to be rocking and you're thinking, I'm not sure where I'm steering because it's all new to you, the best thing you can do is just put the boat in neutral like it is now, in the centre, let the boat drift and watch what it's doing, and then start steering again. Because the worst thing you can do is start oversteering, because you'll end up going round and round in circles. But this way, just put it in neutral, let it drift, and then start again. So Nate's going to take off the front rope. We're in the boat and Nate's outside the boat. He's just going to bring the rope and he's walking down, and he's going to get on the boat here because there's some steps he can climb onto, and he brings the boat inside, the rope inside the boat, and dangles it down inside so that it's all safe for going along the river. And now he's going to turn his attention to the back rope. Now we are off on our gentle trip onto the River Waveney. We're just leaving the boatyard, and today we're going to turn right and go under Beccles Old Bridge. Remember, on the river, we are on the right hand side of the river, opposite to the road, and we're heading beautifully now for Beccles Old Bridge, and we're going to go through back garden of Beccles. And here we are now in the back gardens of Beccles. It's absolutely beautiful. Back in the back of beyond, floating on the water, having a lovely time on the boat. So it could be time to think about how could Nate have a go at driving whilst being supervised by his dad. Let's have a look. Simon and Nate are swapping over, and you'll notice he put the boat down into neutral to swap. Now Nate's sat driving, and it's a bit twisty turny, but Dad's supervising him so he can keep straight. Do you like having a go at driving the boat, Nate?
Yeah.
Right hand side.
And you can see the rope is dangling down inside behind Simon's hat, so we know that it's really safe and it can't go in the river. And the rope at the back is beautifully curled up, so they won't go in the river and ruin our wonderful time. So the most important thing that I have to say to you now is really do enjoy your time out on the river. It is so much fun and it's a wonderful way to make magical memories with all of your loved ones, spending time in such a nice, unwinding, relaxing environment and being at one with nature. Enjoy!